Tom Bevel was asked to analyze the blood drops found in the Routier home. As co-author of a well-known textbook on blood pattern analysis, it was Bevel's job to interpret the story told by the blood trail. Bevel noticed the blood drops on the kitchen floor were circular in shape, meaning they were deposited by someone standing still or walking very slowly. Darlie said she was stabbed on the sofa and, while bleeding, ran through the kitchen after her assailant. But running would have produced blood drops more elliptical in shape, usually with a tail indicating the path and direction of the person running. Darlie also told police that the intruder dropped the knife onto the kitchen floor, but Tom Bevel could find no evidence of that.
Numerous people, to include myself, examined that floor to try and find evidence of a knife drop, and we were unable to find anything that would be consistent with that. If it had as much blood on it as it was found, which it would have to, then it should have produced an outline of a knife or evidence of the knife dropping onto the floor, and we simply didn't find that.
Barry Dickey is a forensic audio expert assigned to analyze Darlie's telephone call to police. In order to conduct his analysis, Dickey isolated Darlie's voice by eliminating all of the background noise.
Blood drops in the floor in front of the sink.
DNA testing revealed the blood belonged to Darlie. Prosecutors suspected that it was here where Darlie cut her neck and arm. An amido black stain was applied to the kitchen floor to enhance and define the blood smears. The test revealed even more footprints. All were Darlie's. Although Darlie claimed to have been stabbed on the sofa in the family room, none of her blood was found there. And the location of the blood trail in the family room indicated that 5-year-old Damon was stabbed at one end of the room, then tried to get away, crawling 25 feet to the east end of the room, where he was stabbed once again.
All this evidence indicated to us that he was in movement while these wounds were sustained. He was making an attempt to get away.
Also on the carpet was an unusual blood impression, the distinct outline of the murder weapon. The heavy line of blood near the tip of the blade told forensic experts something important about the killer.
The only way that I am aware that you could get something coming off of the knife in that manner as we found it would be to have the knife in the hand of a person that is bleeding. In other words, they are contributing blood continuously. So if you had a wound on this arm with the knife in this hand, with the blood flowing down the arm, ultimately across the hand, and then down the blade of the knife, that will produce that very heavy bleeding that we got in the front of the knife in the impression.
Coincidentally, Darlie had a knife wound on her right arm. DNA test revealed that the blood was that of both Damon and Darlie, and not that of an unknown assailant. Darlie said she picked up the knife from the kitchen floor and put it on the counter. She said nothing about taking it into the family room. Police were now convinced that there was no intruder in the Routier home on the night of the murders. Already knew that the sock found in the alleyway contained blood from the 2 Routier boys. But when they looked more closely, they found something else. 2 polyester fibers. When scientists compared these polyester fibers to fibers from the removable insole of Darren's athletic shoes, they were the same type. And on Darlie's nightshirt, scientists found cast-off blood spatter on the back right shoulder area. DNA testing revealed that the blood belonged to the 2 boys.
Some of those blood stains are coming in a direction consistent with the movement of the item that was bloodstained. In my opinion, in this case, the knife. As you're drawing the knife backward, the blood is coming off of the end of the knife as it's being drawn backward, and of course, if it's close enough and it's still in an upward flight, it will point in an upward direction with the blood stains.
The blood spatter was pointed upwards, consistent with the movement of a bloody knife in Darlie's right hand. The forensic evidence all told a story. a story quite different from the one Darlie told police. Prosecutors believe that the murders were premeditated and that Darlie encouraged the boys to sleep with her that night in the family room.